Hello, guys. It's the FSN podcast again. The referee has blown the final whistle, so of course, it's time for the third half. On today's episode, we have two very interesting guests. I call them interesting, and I know why. I'll allow them to introduce themselves.
Hi, guys. My name is Chinedu. I'm popularly called Hova. I'm on the LOC for ML25 this year.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aramide. This year, I'm a spectator, but the last 3 leagues, I was a coach.
Well, you guys happen to be very important people to the Mini League. Your roles are kind of roles that without you guys, the Mini League is not going to happen. And also, if anything goes wrong, we are coming to haunt you guys. I think from past experience, someone can speak and tell you what players, the win that players have shown here. Straight away to the questions. What do you think the Mini League means to players in FSN particularly? You guys have been involved. I know this is your first year on the LOC. Someone has been involved in some capacity over the years. But from the little you know, from the little you've seen in FSN, what do you think the Mini League is? What do you think it means to the players?
I think from my experience, just, coming in, I think one thing I see is passion. I could tell from engagements, even with players, that they are very passionate about it. I like to say it, even when I release communicates, it's a thing of ours, and they hold it to themselves. It's very personal. So sometimes emotions get in, but you can really tell that they genuinely love it and they are passionate about it. And for that kind of movement, you need, I would say, some level of structure to put those emotions in place. And it's very important that passion is at every point allowed to be expressed.
For me, I'll take a leaf from Hova's extended by saying it's emotional as well. It was like people want to win. Like at any news is not true. Like we've seen it over the time with the way transfers are handled, controversy that comes with transfers, controversy that comes with reforms, even playing time and everything. So, you can tell that there's an emotional aspect of it that cannot take. So that's why I decided to use emotions. I mean, emotions and passion, I feel like it's two sides of the same coin, but I feel like it's a bit emotional for people as well because of the costs involved, both financial and commitment-wise.
Yeah, you seem to have a lot of experience with players, and what would you say your experience has been like dealing with players, managers during the Mini League, during the course of the past Mini Leagues?
Okay, well, what I'll say is it's fun, first and foremost, because there's usually a lot of time involved.
Are you sure, sir? Are you sure it's been fun?
It's fun, to be honest. I like to laugh. I like a good game. Things can go your way every time. That's life. With football, things can go your way every time. So if things go your way, yeah, fine. That's why when Ibo said one day at the cock of the walk, and the next day at the feather duster. It's just what it is.
Yeah, interesting one day.
So, I mean, like I said, it's fun.
Yeah, I know you are relatively new to the scene, but then going by what I see on the group alone, I think you have seen a lot of win already.
I think from last Mini League, I was, like we call it, a mascot. I had a very passionate relationship with...
Especially with your helmet on power bar.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very passionate about the Blazers last season.
Oh, you had an affiliation with them?
Oh, yes. I had my very close brothers there, Omini, JB, and I had a very passionate affiliation with them, supporting them, attending their games, funding them when necessary. For me, I was just very passionate about it. And again, it still goes back to what I said. A lot of people are passionate about this thing of ours.
It's always very obvious.
Yeah, so for me, it's I use FSN as therapy. It relieves a lot of stress for me. I love it. To be honest, I genuinely love it because in the end, the work would be done. Regardless of the emotions, the work will be done. People will come and watch the games. Players would eventually play. Sponsors would obviously come in, but again, it needs to be done.
We need a lot of them.
We need a lot of them, to be honest. We need a lot of them.
I'll give you a very interesting question. Okay. Which player would you say has been your favorite player? Let's take out ML25.
Okay.
Which player have you loved or enjoyed watching in previous MLs? Just one pick.
So I put him in a very tight spot.
Intentional.
And when you're in a hole, you stop digging. So this is what I would say.
Okay.
I'll be sentimental about this.
Sentimental allowed, obviously.
I would say one player that I have seen that has evolved is Jibolago. And you could tell from my first ML back then in stables, ML 23, 23, the one Wakanda one. Yeah, the proper Wakanda, as I like to call them. You could see he has grown. He has his game has matured.
I think I agree.
And I think he has also been very fortunate to have some good pairing, some partnerships that have also helped solidify his game. Yeah, for example, last year, his combination with Omini was spectacular in defense. So I would say JB Aguro has grown, and because of sentimental value, I would say to me is the player that.
So I always say sentimental.
Oh, for sure.
Who would you pick?
Mine is another best choice actually. It has to be a chance. For the sole reason that I think he's a competition player. I've been part of the mini league since mini league 22. And there's no mini league where he hasn't shown out.
No cap.
None.
No cap.
Not a single one.
No cap.
Like, he hasn't shown out.
No cap.
I was his coach last year and he scored 5 goals.
Yeah.
Very instrumental.
Solid player.
I can't even, I think that's the obvious choice for him. Has to be a chance.
The final segment of this episode, I'd like to ask a very interesting question or topic. I'd like to raise a very interesting topic. And the topic is, as you might already know, play, bench, sell.
Oh, for sure. Let's go.
So I'm going to give you 3 very interesting names. Today's episode, we're going to go for, let's do DMs. I think you guys... Let's do DMs.
I can already see where this conversation will go, but let's go.
Might not go there, but let's do DMs. Go. So let's do Wonu, Bula, and T-Brat. Play, bench, sell.
So, again, the 3 guys solid on their day. Solid.
We know they're solid. We're still going to have to sell one of them at the end of the day.
But if I were to sell as a coach, my first sell would be T-Brat. And for me, it's on the premise of, now this doesn't take away anything from him as a player, but T-Brat has days where he's not in the game. You don't know the T-Brat you're going to get.
Off or on the pitch?
On the pitch.
On the pitch. So you're not addressing off the pitch. No.
And why I don't want to bring off the pitch, because we are talking of football. Now, it's on the pitch that the conversation stays.
Okay.
So I would like to just keep it there.
Okay.
So for me, I would say I'll sell T-Brat.
Okay.
By virtue of longevity and respect, I would bench Wonu. Because
respect.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to win the league?
No, so why I say so is you win leagues with a team of more than just 11 players. Sometimes, and what I notice is you need some leader. We need to understand that life is in phases. Wonu is respected and wonderful footballer.
Solid DM. I played with him
solid,
personally.
Very solid. But you also need to understand, for me, one thing I value the most about Wonu is his leadership style. Because he knows he doesn't hide it. He's passionate about the game. And sometimes in games like that, you need to look at people to bring them into the game to rally your players.
So Wonu ends up on the
bench for me.
Okay. And you're going to play, obviously,
Bula.
You're going to play Bula.
And why I would play Bula is based on current form. And again, I'm not a footballer. I like to always say this. I'm not a footballer. I'm an administrator. But
are you saying some of your picks are non-footballing?
Yeah. Again, if you notice, some of them are.
Okay. I can't fault you then.
Exactly.
Because I have a lot of issues with your picks most times.
But again, I would choose Bula because I think he has also grown too as well. He might not be as good as Wonu, I would say it. But because of the type of football we play at FSN, I think that, I don't like to use the word physical presence, that physical edge is sometimes needed. So for that sole reason alone, for the type of football we play, I would pick a Bula over.
Yeah, I understand your choices. Yeah. So I think you've coached these players.
Yeah, actually. So I think, obviously I agree with him as regards 70 bad.
Selling T-Bart too. Did you coach T-Bart last year? Never coached him. Thank God.
Never coached T-Bart. Thank God. I mean, like I've always said, T-Bart is one of the finest midfielders ever seen. Ability-wise. Like you said, you just don't know the T-Bart as much challenge an update. So that's really the problem. Like you can't.
Don't you think for the sake of this conversation, we should put them
based on just ability.
Yeah, I think, because with most players, I don't think you get to know which version.
I mean, like I said, the thing about it is there's things you have to consider with all these things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like being able to predict the kind of player you're going to get on the day.
It's also a very big factor.
It's a huge factor, yeah. I agree.
It's a huge factor. Yeah. So that's so I'm telling you about it. Now, as regards this remaining two, I'm not about to catch some flat foot.
Oh, for sure.
That's why.
Whatever it is.
That's why
I've taken one position already, so I would have.
That's why we're here.
But I will bench Bula and I'll start with him. I've come to something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
For different reasons, they have two different dispositions that really play.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Bula is a bit more aggressive when he wants to tackle, when it's going to tackle. One is a bit more
Reserved.
one can be aggressive too, but
I was going to say that. I was going to say he's also.
what I mean is like picks his moments.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Bula was always more, obviously, maybe like you said, maybe it's down to the age.
Yeah.
He's a bit younger. And everything.
Yeah.
But for me, for the most part, I think that control too is more important. And I think with one, you get a bit of control. Do you understand? Bula is more of, so I feel like the roles, what I would say is, Bula is more of an anchor. Sorry, one is an anchor.
Anchorman, yeah.
Bula is a ball midfielder.
Fida.
Just does the dirty job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And he's very good at it.
Mm.
So I just feel like if I'm trying to get the balance from my team, I'm playing just want to know what I start for.
And I think we should always consider is in the end it's the type of game, the manager involved. Now, there are some games that require calmness. There are some games I think one game I saw that was very intense was Blazers and Crushers last year, mini league. The fixture at Legacy.
Oh yeah, I think
that was a cracker of a game.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in that kind of game, you need power. It was a power show in the middle. So again, like I said, all players are good. All of them are spectacular. But ultimately, it's down to the type of game, the choice of the manager, eventually. We can speculate here as much as we want, but eventually football is done with the feet.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, guys. I really enjoyed hearing your perspective on the matter.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I'm sure the viewers too. Some of the viewers might have enjoyed it.
For sure.
And anybody that does not agree with what you've said could go in the comment section and go.
But yeah, the comment section is open. Don't worry. It's always open.
Yeah,
it's always open
for anybody's opinion.
Please,
no harm done. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming on the show. And look forward to seeing you on the pitch. Hopefully, I don't have to.
And I think one final word I would like to just part with.
As an LOC man or as a neutral guy.
I would speak here as part of the LOC. As, we have done well over the last 4 or 5 years. And this is our 5th year. One thing we are keen on doing is building for the future. Now, the vision for this is we have done a lot around ourselves. This thing is now bigger than us. We now need to push this thing out there, make it marketable to the benefit of everyone in the league. So, again, I think all of us should bring, like Tony always say, better your best.
I was going to point to that. That's the theme of
That's the thing. We are building for the future, like the app, website. You could see that we are intentional to say, you know what, even ticketing, all of that is coming into place because we are trying to build a brand for the future. It has moved away from all of us. We need to understand that it has moved away from all of us, and it's very important that we push that narrative out there. Again,
thank you so very much again. And I hope after the league I get to come to you and shake you and tell you thank you.
Trust me, you will.
Job well done.
I assure you will.
And I hope that you get to fulfill your dream on this.
Oh, I'm not coaching.
Yeah, no, your dream might just be to see your friend win the league. It doesn't have to.
No, my dream is.
So you're extremely neutral.
My dream is to talk shit this morning.
Talk shit.
Don't worry.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay, we understand. And I believe the rest of FSN understands. I hope the world understands. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, now.
It was nice having you guys.